Hello, Space Cadets, and welcome to Mueller Planetarium, Astronomy at Home. This is Zach Thompson, Planetarium Coordinator at the University of Nebraska State Museum at Morrill Hall in Lincoln, Nebraska, wishing you all clear skies. Today we're going to explore the colors of stars using our friend Stellarium. Look to the right of your screen, you'll find our sun buddy holding up the web address stellarium.org. Go there to download the computer version of the software for free at home. When we talk about the stars and their colors, it might not really stand out that much because perhaps we aren't spending a whole lot of time doing some stargazing and our eyes aren't fully adapting to the dark. Maybe we think that stars are all this same generic white color, but in fact, they are different colors. You just need to have clear dark skies and allow your eyes enough time to adapt to the darkness. Sometimes it can take up to 30 minutes. But to shed some light on these different colors of stars, let's pull up this chart here from our friends at the Space Telescope Science Institute and NASA. Here we have 5 examples of stars, like a tiny rainbow. To the left we have blue, and then as we work our way to the right, we get towards red. The color of a star can tell you the temperature of it, at least compared to other stars in the sky. The bluest are the hottest of stars. The reddest are the coolest. Right in the middle, yellow, that's about average, or stars like our sun. Now that's a bit backwards than what we're used to. We're saying blue means hot and red means cold. Well, that's not what this says. This thermostat here that you find in your vehicle or at home, we think of red as hot, right? And we think of air conditioner as cold, as cool. We want to cool things down. But that's wrong. That's what we're used to, and if we use it in this way, that's fine, but that's not how nature works. Nature works like this. Another way to imagine this situation is think of you're camping outside, and you've got a fire that you're telling stories around. In that fire, towards the inside, the interior, where it's hottest, it will be more white. And on the outskirts, or the embers, better yet, it'll be more orange and red. Now, of course, it's still hot, but it's hotter on the inside and it's cooler on the outside, and you can see that for yourself with just your eyes, thanks to the variations of the colors. Now, we can look to the sky and find examples of those stars all over the place. It doesn't matter what season it is. We turn to Stellarium for this, and here in the first week or so of June, we're really at the end of spring, and we're almost about to usher in summer. And we can get some wonderful examples from the stars here. We're going to point out just a few, some of the brighter stars. But just because they're bright doesn't mean that they're the only stars of different colors. Let's find the Big Dipper up over here in the sky. 7 stars, a big spoon. And we find these 3 stars, the arcing handle. We will remember that we follow those stars, we arc to Arcturus, which is over here to the south now. And Arcturus belongs to Boötes the herdsman. Just for a reference point, here's the outline of the herdsman. You don't have to memorize all that. We're just interested in the stars here. Arcturus is a yellow-orange star, and it's pretty easy to see that color in the actual sky. It might not be showing up quite that well right here, but in the actual conditions, you'll see that variation. If there's orange in the mix, that's telling you that Arcturus is a little bit cooler than our own sun. Something else to help you out with Stellarium, when you click on a star and it brings up some information about it to the left, the text takes on the same color of that star, just to help you out. From Arcturus, we spike to Spica, which is in Virgo, the maiden. Now that's a blue star. There's no mistaking that. That is definitely blue, the hottest of stars. Then from Spica, we can leave over here to Leo the lion. We're interested in this star, Regulus, a regal star for a regal king. Lion King in the sky. Also another blue star. So Spica and Regulus, they are very hot compared to stars like Arcturus, and certainly compared to stars like our sun. Then we find over here to the southeast Antares. That's an orange-red star. And in the actual sky, it leans more towards red than orange. It's very distinct. As we get further into summer, this constellation, Scorpius, is just going to rise higher and higher, so it'll be easier for you to find. But on its own, it's quite bright, so it should really grab your attention anyway. You never need binoculars or a telescope if we're just talking about stars and the colors that they have. I mean, you can just see them easily with just your eyes, but have clear, dark conditions as well. It's not just here, however, in the late spring into summer. It's all season long, as we said. Case in point, let's fast forward 6 months. Let's go into the winter time and find the classic Orion the Hunter. Within Orion, we have some very bright stars, different colored stars too. Betelgeuse, that's a fantastic name. Betelgeuse, it's the right shoulder or the right arm area of the Hunter. So that's a cool star. We find Rigel in the Hunter's knee or leg. That's a blue star, so it's very hot. Follow the belt stars. We've come up here to Aldebaran in Taurus the Bull. Similar to Betelgeuse, look at that color. The color will tell you. It will be your guide. This is about the same temperature as Betelgeuse, that orange-red. And then on the other end of the extreme, we go from the belt down here. We find Sirius, the brightest star in the night sky. That's blue with a little bit of white to it. So maybe it's not quite as hot as some other rich blue stars out there, but it is still one of the hotter stars, which belongs to the Big Dog constellation. But as we said, these are just some examples because they're bright stars. But find for yourself other stars in the sky, ones that are maybe more white, more blue, or more yellow and orange, or orange and red. It really is a lot of fun to do some scavenging around or going on a scavenger hunt to find these different colors of stars for yourself. What you could do to help you see those colors of stars even better is to take an empty roll of toilet paper, that cardboard tube, hold it up to one eye and close your other eye. When you do that and you aim it at a star, the tube is blocking out all this excess stuff, all the stuff that might be a distraction. And so your eye focuses on that star and it pulls in more of that light, more of that color, so you really see the color for all it is. If you have any questions about this, please be sure to leave them in the section below. And something fun to consider, Space Cadets, is after this, your understanding of star colors and temperatures, that makes you early astrophysicists, if you can believe it or not. A more fun term might be star wizard. So impress your family and friends with your knowledge of the stars and their colors, and what does it mean in terms of temperature. Until next time, Space Cadets, keep looking up.